Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching Teen Wolf, Season 5, Episode 3.
Dreamcatchers.
Catch me in your dream. Hope it helps you sleep. Make love to your dream girl. Really turns me on that you think of me.
Dream of me. That's
Who is that?
Kiki Palmer.
Oh,
I fucking
that's
love
right.
it.
You said.
Fuck it up. I love her so much. This was a fine episode. It actually was a little bit action heavy, so there's not like a super lot of talking points.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a culmination. This is a 10 episode season.
It's like 5A is 10
Sure.
and 5B is 10, yeah.
But I kind of feel like, as I recall, I think it's in like 3 acts. So I feel like this is kind of the act 1.
Okay,
And then act 2
sure.
and then act 3.
I don't like Donovan.
Yeah, you've said that. I was going to say, I don't know, Donovan, have you tried screaming about it?
Remember, it was well documented in your anger expression inventory. Deputies, escort the prisoner out.
I'm not angry like I'm gonna throw a brick through your window. I'm angry like I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get a knife and I'm gonna
The lawyer? He's just like, ugh.
And when you look at me and you ask me why, remember right now. Because this is why.
I'm sorry, he just keeps on looking Sheriff Stilinski dead in the eyes and goes, I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna murder you. But it's like of clear, sound mind. I'm going to stab you in the heart until there's no blood left in your body, and it's like
Because I'm angry.
because I'm angry at you. And I don't even remember if they said what he did, like why he's even in legal trouble in the first place.
Okay, so no, I don't remember knowing what he did this time, but also he seems to have a prior beef with Sheriff Stilinski as well.
I don't think he does, though. I think
It's just
he's
because
just
of this?
coming on this strong. I don't know why. I feel like they're going for shorthand, but it just comes off as abrasive and thus ineffective.
Yeah, it's not working 100% for me.
I remember there's 4 chimera. Chimera, is that how it is?
That's how they're saying it, yeah.
I think that's correct. It's one of the words that I read growing up, so it's like I just said chimera
Yeah, me too.
because I don't know how to read vowels.
It's like when I always said chimera as well, but for me, it's a lot like, I think it was Supernatural when they just kept saying Wendigo, and I was like, no.
Wendigo.
There's no N.
Some people say that, but
it's a Wendigo. Yeah, and Wendigo, and I was like, what is happening here? You are trying hard. So no, episode 5 or episode 1, season 5 was the first episode he was ever in. So like it feels like we're very coming in the middle of some story, and like you said, maybe.
And usually I don't hate that. That's what I mean. Where I was like, I feel like they think it's like shorthand. Like we're gonna be like, ooh, like we didn't have to have it spelled out, and I don't need it spelled out, but I need to understand what's happening.
I need something.
Yeah.
And so again, it's like if we're gonna get information about what's going on, but aside from the Chimera stuff with Donovan, then fine. But like as it stands now, I'm like, why are you? Because you're adding things to your sentence. The more times that you look the sheriff dead in the eyes and tell him you're going to murder him.
Well, and we're meant to be taking that he's like a wild card, and I'm like, I would.
But we are not wanting for wild cards.
No, and again, it almost has the opposite effect, where it's like I would find him more threatening if he was
stoic.
Like it's coming off to me as like bratty and spoiled and like rich kid.
Wait till my father hears about this.
And I don't think that's what it is. I don't remember, because I was going to say it could be a residual of if the Dread Doctors are already operating on him, because the implication is that Tracy's
been going through it as well.
It's like a process. So if that's the case, I would feel better about it. I don't remember if they say that though. And I remember not liking him at all, because there ends up being 4 of them, because the other one is I can't remember his name. The little blonde boy that becomes a love interest for Mason.
Oh,
he's like on the show.
Yeah.
I think for the rest of it.
Yeah. Because no, not Froy.
No, not Froy.
But doesn't that guy? But I feel like the guy you're talking about gets shitty with Froy.
Maybe.
In season 6.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think
there's a real evil dies tonight vibe in season 6 that I'm not looking forward to.
Evil dies tonight!
Evil dies tonight!
All right, evil dies tonight!
If those movies gave us anything... I also maintain all of them well, I don't hate them as much as I think
Will hates them the most.
Yeah.
I like would probably still put them on, but it just like it's just very that one Megan Fox from New Girl thing.
Couple of guys in a bar can't figure it out. Who will?
What is this? Who are you? Who do you think you are?
So no, don't like Donovan. Don't get what's happening. Don't understand that at all. I love the Sheriff Stilinski date.
Yeah.
I love the misdirect, and I love the Natalie reveal. I love the Easter egg that Susan Walters and Lyndon Ashby are married in real life. I also understand that threw a lot of people because obviously we've been anticipating the entire run that he was going to have a romance with Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
Without going fully into it, like I'm gonna try not to. So I'm assuming, I mean, the show's 10 years old, so I'm assuming that if you've gotten this far into our coverage, you understand that we're kind of a spoiler show, so we try not to spoil big things.
Yeah.
But I feel like this isn't a spoiler to say that nothing really ever does come of Sheriff Stilinski and Melissa.
Oh, Melissa, yeah.
And
well,
also
she dates Chris for a minute.
But that's in... Yeah.
Just in the movie?
No, in season 6.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't going to say that, but...
Well. Too bad. Sorry, I needed to say two things, because I was like, I wonder, is Lyndon his actual name? And it's one of his middle names. His name is Clarence Lyndon Garnett Ashby III.
Is he Southern? Is he old money?
He's from Florida.
Oh.
It says Atlantic Beach. But then I don't know who writes the bios on IMDb, but I find them to be hilarious a lot of the time. It says, born in Florida, blonde and handsome actor.
I mean, no lies detected.
No lies detected, but like also that's hilarious phrasing.
I guess my point is I like it in a vacuum, but considering what we wanted from the show, what fans wanted, and what they set up, it does feel...
You couldn't have given us this?
It feels kind of intentionally obtuse.
Sure.
Like when it's like misdirects, where it's like a misdirect is one thing, but you're like, that's just a lie.
That's just a lie.
You're just like, that's not a misdirect.
It's a lie. No, and because also it's like, because I know that we have different feelings also about the like Lydia and Styles potential relationship, which also I think has like a lot on the screen that the actors were bringing to it. And I'm just like, okay, you didn't give us that, whatever. Like you can at least give like these two parents that have like such amazing chemistry. You can't throw us a bone. Like
I actually can't remember if they ever pick it back up. I feel like they meant, because we talk a lot about the Teen Wolf parents because we like them a lot and they do a lot with them, but you do reach a point where they do end up taking a back seat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, considering how much material we've gotten from and with Natalie, I feel like she does also kind of fall off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I don't know. I like it. Like I said, it's certainly in a vacuum, like certainly in the context of this episode, I kind of think it's great. I wish that a little bit more happened all around.
Sure.
Did that make sense?
I get it. I get it. The basic gist of this episode is just that Tracy helps Donovan escape from his like prison transport.
Well, the Dread Doctors like injected her with not mercury. It looks like mercury.
Looks like it.
It seems like it, but it's clearly not, because Deaton was like, it's not. And I feel like he would know. And so I don't know if it's that she's like at her peak transformation, but she is a hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
She is Kanama Wolf. Is she wolf?
Well, I think they thought she was a wolf,
okay.
But then the tail like burst out of her back and everything.
But she is a hybrid, so she is something.
Well, she's a Kanama. Or a chimera. It just means mushing two things together.
Yeah, so there's a second thing that she is.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, then I don't know.
I don't fully remember. Because I can remember that of the four of them, they each were two separate things that we had kind of already established or already like seen. But so she's going around. So she was just freeing Donovan. You think that was her mission?
I don't know.
Because she kills her father.
Yeah.
And I didn't really understand that. And other than just repeating it, they didn't really explain it. Because her father was Donovan's lawyer. And she was like, I'm sorry, Dad. No one will hurt you again. Ominous.
Yeah.
And they say that she was in like an extended night terror. So she was in like a dream state.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know or didn't realize that she was doing that. But then she was going after people that helped her. She went after her psychiatrist, and then she was going after Natalie because Natalie was helping her at the school. And so I don't remember why, and they didn't really say.
Must be like programming her to do that.
Is it like covering their tracks?
Maybe?
Like people that might.
But it's only opening them up to further suspicion.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
As of this point, it feels a little half baked. Maybe, they'll drop some lore that'll retroactively earn it.
Yeah.
But
they also seem to be able to like molecularly manipulate their environment because they were walking away from Malia in the basement at the end, and like the walls were disappearing.
Yeah,
which I thought was.
Well, they also do that like weird jittery thing. Yeah. It is cool, but yeah. So she gets to Tracy gets to the police station and fights because she's trying to kill Natalie. So she fights everybody. She like paralyzes everybody. She paralyzes
literally everybody. No, because it's like at the vet's office, it's Stiles and Deaton and Scott and Malia. She gets all of them.
Malia's the funniest because it's the first time that she's ever been paralyzed.
Yeah, and they're all like, "Don't worry about it." It's
for the rest of them.
I sort of wished Stiles would have been like, "Yeah, at least you're not in a pool with Derek."
But Shelley's performance, it's like all over her face, the panic, in a way that's very authentic, and in a way that like I believe that just Malia in general would hate that, but also especially having spent so much time as
trapped in her wolf form,
the coyote form, because they're not. Are they prey?
Coyotes are predators.
Yeah. But I also feel like they're small, so...
Well, yeah, I mean, she's not... She would have been fine, but she was also all alone, and she couldn't shift back, so it's like, yeah.
It's a really good performance from Shelley in this one, and she just keeps wanting to put her down.
Yeah. Well, okay, look, Scott's like, just save her, and... She's like, yeah, shouldn't we just kill her? And Deaton's like, I have a code of ethics. And I'm like, okay, fine. You did take an oath. Like, you are technically a doctor. But they're just like, she doesn't know what she's doing. Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, she's not in control of herself. Putting down out of control animals is a legitimate thing that has to happen sometimes. And I just like, those are the moments with Scott where I'm like, you don't know if she can be rehabilitated. So like you are acting on a lot of faith.
Well, and it's like, and you can't try to rehabilitate her at the expense of other innocent.
Exactly. It's the trolley problem.
She's taken out 3 already.
Yeah, it's absolutely the trolley problem.
4, I guess, but yeah, so Malia is able to will her limbs working faster than the rest of them, and so she goes on the quest to
said she didn't think she cut her as deep.
Sure.
So, yeah.
She goes on the quest to stop Tracy, and she does it pretty effectively, and even comes around in trying to rehabilitate her.
Yeah. She gets Tracy out of her trance, and she's like, it's real, everything's real, and it looks like it's going to go okay, and then the doctors show
come
up.
in and presumably kill her? I don't remember.
It says she's still in like 10 more episodes, so I have no idea.
I do remember they do that a lot. Like, they're like, terminated, and you get that a lot.
Yeah.
But
I told you they're a lot like, well, not them. The other thing was a lot like the Cybermen from Doctor Who.
And Kira was there, and we have seen her fox form before, but I feel like this is the first time that she's
I think that she's like brought it out in like a battle. Yeah.
Like I said, I had that image of her with it kind of seared in my mind. It's one of the better, more successful effects and design choices on the entire series, I think.
Yeah, it was good.
I really enjoy it.
Got your little boy Brett back.
He's not little.
But
he's actually huge.
Him and Liam and Mason are out in the woods looking for the hole because they recognized Tracy's necklace.
When Liam fell into
the hole. Liam fell in. The hole. And so they go, and then Mason falls in the hole. And he can't see anything, and then Liam is like, well, it's not the same hole. There's got to be more. Well, and then who came out of this one? So the Dread Doctors are burying them?
I think.
Why? If they're not vampires.
But I think it's like kind of like a rebirth or like a cocoon process or something.
Huh. Okay.
I think they do explain it. I just don't remember. Why did they need Brett? I know that they were looking for.
They thought it was because they thought Tracy was a wolf, and they thought maybe Satomi was changing, like turning people again. And Mason is just like
smitten,
yeah,
Twitter-pated.
Well, about Brett for sure, but he's just like so in on the supernatural stuff, and like
he got to go to one of the like Scooby meetings.
It was so funny because Styles was like, "I told you could tell him not to invite him to the inner circle," and he goes, "I'm in the inner circle," and they're all like, "No." Even Liam is like, "No, dude, enough." Like,
be cool, guy.
It's so funny. That is like largely.
That's kind of it. I was gonna say Kira and Lydia sleuthed a bit.
Yeah. Which was fun. And then Theo was there and he was like, I can just like help. It doesn't mean I'm like in your pack, but I can help.
But he also was lurking in the like traffic.
He was standing there in full view of everybody.
But what is that called? It was like it's like an overpass or like an off ramp or something in Beacon Hills, cavernous downtown
warehouse district.
Because it's where the transport truck was like attacked,
losing control. Yeah.
And so when the gang's all there investigating, you can just see his big head like peering from around and it's so lit. Like it's so
that's the problem. It's sort of like those couple of times when Derek is just like standing like 15 feet back, like waiting. And there's also one in I think it's season 2 of Daredevil where like there's like a fire and an explosion, and then Frank is just like on top of a 2-story building, like right there. And I'm like, you are wanted for this explosion. Get out of here.
You fucking dork.
It's so funny.
And we did have a fun driving montage where
oh my God,
they were trying to teach Malia how to drive. And it was very Tina from Bob's Burgers.
Yes.
Tina, for the love of God, turn away or stop! The brakes, Tina, on the left, you're about to hit that car! The brakes! Hit the brakes!
Yeah, that was it. Like I said, it seems as if they've terminated Tracy.
Or not. We'll definitely see.
I don't remember if we did mention, but Scott is an AP Bio, and his teacher, she's really got it out for him. I mean, I get it, but also it kind of comes off comical.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't know, lady, maybe if you get off his back for 5 seconds and let him catch his breath, like
maybe everything will be okay, and you can maybe if you have some bread, you'll calm down.
So it's fine.
Yep.
That was episode 3.
Bye.
Hope that makes you sleep.